guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do another unboxing. Today we're unboxing some LEDs for the Underglow. Now, some of you have been wondering what's going on with the transmission. It's still in progress. Right now the transmission is officially broken off of the engine, so we have it disconnected. It's just still in the engine bay, so once I fully get that removed, we can go ahead and install the new transmission. Now, you may have also noticed that the video quality has changed this video. We are using a new device. This is a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra with the 16 gigabytes of RAM and the 512 gigabytes of internal storage. The Note 9 is now gone, so this will be now the new primary filming device. Start off with the quote of the week, and the quote is, "When you focus on your problems, you find more problems. When you focus on your possibilities, you find more opportunities." Okay, so here we go. Here is the LED undercar light. These are called the Dream Colors. It has app support, I guess. I'll leave a link to the description below. Now, these were actually recommended me by a friend, Caity, known as Galaxy Toaster or Galaxy Photography. And she recommended this kit, and I freaking love it. Best kit ever. This is what was on the car before it got destroyed with the front bags being down and just constantly hitting things, and so they eventually got tore up pretty bad. So we're going to replace them again, but I never did an unboxing for them, so here we go. Now, this kit comes in right around $70, so definitely a lot more expensive than some of the starter kits, but realistically, I think this is probably the best kit you can get with this kind of price point. There are more expensive kits in the $100 to $300 range, and I think I've seen one that was like $500 at one point, but I don't think they're really worth it at that point. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now, the box is pretty big, nothing too crazy, just tells you about the parameter stuff. It talks about what it can do, all that fun stuff. So let's go and open it up. Now, it comes with a little hardware bag. And it does come with the LEDs, and then it does come with instructions and app know-how and all that kind of fun stuff. So there is a QR code here. Try to get this to focus. Now, apologies, my hands are still a little messy from the transmission, so... Oh, there we go. Korjo, I think, is the brand. Yeah, I think that's right. Little satisfied card. Start off with a little hardware bag. So, this weird Ziploc looking bag, this is made for electronics. If you've never had like a custom PC or anything with expensive wiring, this kind of what it looks like normally. Not necessarily has to be expensive wiring, just something to protect the electronics. It's like anti-static or something. Now, this does come with a whole heap of stuff, including lots of zip ties, and there are lots of these little brackets. These are kind of like it's kind of rubbery, and you have some screws here. So if you had a mounting plate or something you wanted to put these on, you could totally mount it to that. And then you have your power. Now, what you can technically do is run this directly to the LEDs, plug this into your cigarette lighter, and you're good to go. However, I don't do that. I want a permanent install, so I never installed this on the original setup. Zip ties are useful. The reason is if you're tucking this around the bottom of the chassis, there's going to be some spots where you probably want to zip tie to different existing things. Let's say there is a fuel line, or let's just say there's something there, you can kind of tag the wires, not the LED strip itself, but the actual wires between the LEDs. You want to zip tie these to different components to keep them clear of like the wheel well, stuff like that. It comes with whatever this is. It appears to be a sticky tape of some sort. I'm not quite sure what this is for. The only thing I can think of is it's for the control module, the little box. This is probably what that's for. And like I said, you get tons of screws. I'll go ahead and scoot this all out of the way. And the next thing we're going to look at is going to be the LEDs themselves. Right here. So same kind of protected bag. Slide these guys out. And if you've ever bought cheaper LEDs, you can immediately tell that these are kind of built differently. These do have like a 3M adhesive kind of tape, and the tape on this stuff is actually pretty strong. I never had one fall off or one that started to fall off, and I'm in Arizona. It's very hot, so glue can melt pretty easily. And then these do have a weather cap on the end, and you can see how these LEDs look. These look a lot better than your cheapo ones. It's really nice. Now there's a lot of LED wires here, and a lot of strips as well. But what happens is you're not just getting 4 strips, you're actually getting quite a few. So let me try to open this up for you guys a little more. So you got 2 right here. Here is, if I can get it untangled, there's another 2. And then here's another 2. So if you do your math, you got 6 strips. Basically what that does is if you have your vehicle, you can have basically 2 in the back, 2 in the side, and then 2 up front, giving you more of a 360 coverage versus some of the cheaper kits, which only give you the 4. Now this is the little control module I was telling you about. This is more of like a, yeah, it's just, it says LED light controller. I'm assuming that's what that little foam pad right there is for. But yeah, you're just able to, there it is. You're able just to hardwire this. So if you get this kit, you can run this completely underneath the chassis, and then you go ahead and get your wires, get them all gauged out correctly, get your soldering, and just get everything set together the way you want it. Run the wires through your cabin, that way they're tucked away safely. But ultimately, this kit is quite amazing. Here's a little clip of what it can do. Yeah, so ultimately, $70 price range, good LEDs. They are controlled with an app, so you can just go inside the app. There is like 100 plus, I think it's 120 different app settings, and you can just go in there and select a bunch. Say, hey, these are my favorites. I want like maybe a pulse. Do you want a fade? Do you want the RGB look like I showed you? There's tons of different patterns, and again, really the best kit I've ever seen for this price point. 6 LED strips, lots of coverage, lots of excessive wiring, so you're not short there. And then again, like the ends of these wires, they have these caps on to keep them waterproof, so they're not just exposed. So you can actually disconnect these, and then when you're running the wiring, if you need to like have more space or you don't want to carry the whole bundle with you, you can just unscrew that cap and take it there. When you're done, you get all the wires put together, plug this guy back in, and screw it back together. I can't complain. Like I said, the only reason mine are dead is because the car was so low in the front. I was literally scraping this on the ground. And this was sitting on the front radiator core support, so I couldn't have done anything to really hide it better. And it just depends on how you place it. But yeah, I mean, this was getting scraped on the speed bumps and stuff like that when the bag's completely shot. Okay, different angle. Ignore the pink. It's a stand I'm using to kind of prop the phone up because the new device won't fit in anything else. But the only gripe I have with this kit is the wiring thickness. As you can see, this is a very thin gauge, which is fine if you're using the provided power cable that came with it. However, I'm going to be upgrading to a thicker wire again. I ran a thicker wire from the previous set, but I want to run a little thicker because it was still getting just a tad bit warm. So we're going to go with thicker blue wire that I already picked out. And so I'll show you guys that when we do the full install. So just a quick update as well. So we have the transmission is still getting worked on. I should be finishing it this weekend. I think everything will be okay. We got 2 body panels that came in, and I'm working on getting a 3rd body panel. You guys probably already know what I ordered. And we got the wide body fender flares, so I'll be doing an unboxing for those probably next Friday, and I'll do a small unboxing for both the other body panels the following week after that. And then I think, I don't know, we'll do the transmission video soon. I need to make sure that's all taken care of. And I have lots of details in there, and just trying to make sure you guys have a general understanding of how to do it if you wanted to do it yourself. That's it, guys, for today's video. I want to thank you guys for swinging by, checking out the video. Product will be listed below. Remember, guys, I have an affiliate account, so every time you guys purchase stuff that's in my bio, it does help the channel, and that's more money we can put towards the project. If you haven't subscribed, please consider it. If you liked the video, like it. If you have any questions, comments, leave that in the comments below. But I'll see you guys on next week. Stay safe and have yourself a great day.